What up, everybody? What's going on? It's Trab Moody here to rank another month, and this time we're ranking the best action figures that I think are the best in the month of February 2024. This continues my new monthly ranking series. Of course, I had one from January, so if you missed it, go check that out. But look, there wasn't a whole lot going on in February. It was dry. It was really slow, but there was still some bangers. So stay tuned. Some of them I've already reviewed, but some other ones I didn't get a chance. So I'm going to go into a deeper dive with those. But in the meantime, let me know in the comments what you picked up in February and what you think of this ranking video. All right, and we're kicking off with some honorable mentions. And these are the figures that I picked up in February that were released before the new year. Our first dude up, Star Wars, the Black Series, Rebel Commando, looking like Dave Speck. A cosplay Dave Speck trying to do G.I. Joe. Anyway, look, it's a good figure. He looks cool. But for a deluxe, and look how silly this packaging is. Really, you'll see another look at it in the pic, but I don't know. This thing's going to the trash. Just wanted to give you a good look. I do like the Kenner, do like the ROTJ there, everything else on the back. But regardless, it's Dave Speck, guys. Come on, Toy Optics, the Sarlacc himself. But comes with very few accessories. Worse off, he doesn't even have a holster. So you nowhere to put his gizzats or guns or anything like that. So he's gotta come double strapped, man. Dual wielding Dave Speck. You gotta love it. But he's got the Lando blaster in the left hand, more of the long rifle in the right. There's no paint apps on the gun, but they look nice. I dig the details. The backpack's pretty sweet. Everything else is pretty much all new. It's crazy messing around with these Star Wars figures after messing with Joe's and some of the other stuff on the list with the single elbows and knees. There are these brand new pants, what I wanted for Christmas. But yeah, and these are like camo getup, so you could definitely use this figure as a custom for Joe and everything like that. But the worst part of it though is when you bend that single knee, there's missing camo, and I get it. They didn't want the paint to smudge, and we kind of saw that in the new Jinx with her elbow tattoo, right? The sleeve just has the single elbow, and that's because of smudging. And the worst part of this Rebel Commando is the fact that the backpack doesn't open, and you can't put this scary looking sculpt in the back. And there's a look at the Hoth Trooper. Of course I compared it because looking in the back, woo, what do you know? Face sculpt hidden there. They could have done that with the backpack, especially for that original deluxe price, but whatevs. Either way, pretty cool figure. All right, so the other new thing I got going on in these honorable mentions are figures I just don't want to open. Sometimes I do like to collect things MOC or MIB, mint in box, mint on card. I'm cool with it. And this wonderful collaboration between Grindstone Toys and Skeletron on this O-Ring Wolf Trooper is an update to the 84 figure that came with the vintage Robo Skull. Just to let you know, I did buy the variant MK2 Robo Skull, so we'll see how that works. Right across, you could see it's classic looking G.I. Joe art because it's Doug Hart. Doug Hart was one of the OG artists who did work on A Real American Hero. Better yet, we have the classic file card too. So Skeletron ain't messing around. Really dope, as you can see. So got a whole slogan, got everything you've ever wanted. And that goes for both of the troops because this is an army builder. And as you can see here, it's got two different looks with a Skeletron head sculpt as well as the Wolf Trooper. And it's got all that vintage Joe articulation, plus the wrist swivel, of course. And it comes with a glow-in-the-dark saber. This is like, yeah, sword. So really cool effect there. I just cannot wait for the 1/12 scale Blood Wolf, Wolf Trooper, and Wild Weasel. Man, I'm excited about the Robo Skull and this line in general. And lastly, for honorable mentions, major shout out to Ringside Collectibles for hooking these up for the shout. These are these Bell to Bell Road Warriors and Steiner Brothers, two of the most iconic tag teams to ever do it in the business. And of course, those Steiners, they got their removable Michigan Wolverines Letterman jackets. Of course, it doesn't have the M logo, but whatever. Go blue, baby. And the Road Warriors have the removable shoulder pads. These are a beauty. And for now, I do want to leave them carded. I do like the art. I think it's really cool. It's cool that Ringside has their own exclusives now. So I apologize for the Tron-like effects. It's the best I'm going to do right now with them in the package. So you're going to have a little bit of a ring light action, but you can see the detail really up close. But man, do you blame me for just leaving these carded? They're really cool. And then on the back, it's got an awesome bio in the artwork on the back too. So real cool stuff. And as you can see, RSE Toys. So this is a Ringside Collectibles exclusive, and it is a Ringside Collectibles item. So shout out to John P, JP. Congrats on having your own stuff. Really cool. And you can see underneath the jacket are the details of the kind of their classic zany neon-like outfits for Rick and Scott. So these are a blast. I don't know. I wouldn't know where to really put them. So I don't really want to open them, but I do kind of like keeping these as kind of a collector's item someday or something like that. But shout out to Ringside. These are a beauty, and I love them. All right, top 10 action, except we only got a top 7. So number 7 coming in is the Mesco Toys 112 collectible G.I. Joe Snake Eyes. Yes, just reviewed this Mezco Snake Eyes, this Mezco. So go check that out on the channel if you haven't already after watching this ranking video. But I'll tell you the score. It was a 3.25 out of 5. I was heavily disappointed as Joe figure in that Snake Eye, so go check out that review. Coming in at number 6 is the SH Fig Arts 15th anniversary Dragon Ball Super Saiyan God Super Saiyan Vegeta. Yes, basically, it's a reissue of the SSG SS Vegeta from 4 years ago, which was a repaint of a previous Vegeta. And what we got here is a matte body with the paint and nice metallic hair there. Vegeta's my favorite anime character, or at least my favorite Dragon Ball anime character, so had to grab this. I didn't have the previous release. There are 4 head sculpts, starting off with the regular stern stoic look, getting ready to battle clenching face, do your laundry shouting face, and the oh snap, I'm a ginger now look, which to be honest was the selling point for me. The fact that you get this whole red sculpt. And yes, it was in the previous release. And finally, you get this delicious exclusive 15th anniversary mutated Minecraft look. I'm kidding, but that's just how it looks before you pop the face plates on. Or don't pop them on. Whatevs. And it comes with 4 sets of hand plus an extra thumb hand and a classic folding arm. Hey, why go to Walmart? There's not going to be anything there anyway. So I love Vegeta, and I love this figure, and I think it's great. But I can't go any more than 3.5 out of 5 highball whiskeys. I mean, it's a 4 out of 5, the original figure release. But this just comes with a slipcase cover to make it the 15th anniversary. This is the original packaging, and this stand. It's just got the 15th anniversary on it. I mean, it's cool. It looks already like it's kind of beat to crap anyway. Reissue. They could have done a whole lot more to make this 15th anniversary feel special. Number 5 time, we're sticking with Japan. Or is it Hecho en Mexico? That's right. Made in Mexico. El Desperado. New Japan Pro Wrestling. Storm Collectibles. It's also a Ringside Collectibles exclusive. And much like Penta El Cero Miedo, Pentagon Jr., Despy is insanely toyetic. Just the face and the mask alone, it's crazy. But the big flaw is that's all you get. You don't get another mask. You don't get... It would have been cool to just maybe give us a torn mask or some, removed paint. Because after he wrestles, some wear, some damage, some wear. But regardless, it's an incredible sculpt. And if you've ever touched a Storm Collectibles figure, it just feels great. Got all the sick articulation you need. Yeah, and then the hand just falls right off. But but yeah, I just like that pose he had where he's like, oh man, not another one. But yeah, he's got all the nail polish on all the hands. And that's all you're getting. You're getting hands. You're getting 12 sets of hands, including the 2 fisties that he comes with. So all kind of different hands, majestic hands, magic hands, you know, claw hands, you know, whatever, all kind of different ones, pointing hands. So you could do a million gestures. And for sake of time, we'll just show you all the different looks that you can get old Desperado on the back. So really cool. But the biggest feature here is the pants. Soft goods pants. Okay, and you got that nice shiny buckle there, and you get a nice little pleather belt. But it's got all this Aztec lining to go along with the soft goods, and it really looks good, because otherwise he's pretty plain, much like his homie from Suzuki Goon, Minoru Suzuki. So old faction mates right here. This is one of my favorite figures of last year, and is a bread and butter figure. I mean, as plain as could be, but you know, just the face scan that they got from Minoru was just really great. Of course, with the towel, but now instead of getting the towel, you get the soft goods on the pants. So these two look really great together. We can also show Despy with Jushin Thunder Liger. Still the cream of the crop of this line. Speaking of mask, we got King there with his tiger mask from Tekken. So, and of course, if you're looking at sizes, he's a lot larger. But he's a wrestler, so they can go at it. And then we've got Reptile there, so height-wise, but more or less the same. And then we got an alternate looking Liger. So these two look really great together too, because of the gold and black. As you can see, that cape is just spectacular. He is the current world light heavyweight champion, or whatever the hell they call it in New Japan. But Storm Collectibles not going with like a great Muda or just anybody bigger. I mean, we all wanted Muda. I know a Muda's coming from Tamashi, but still, just not getting that bigger star. Nothing against Despy. He's an incredible worker. He just doesn't have the name attached, and that's why it's probably a Ringside Collectibles exclusive, because only the diehards are going to want this like me. But at the end of the day, he's a cool fig, going 4 out of 5 whiskeys. Number 4 is G.I. Joe Classified Series Action Sailor Recon Diver, yet another G.I. Joe figure I reviewed in full, so go check that out on the channel if you haven't already. I did give this 60th anniversary figure, you know, I had a lot of reuse and a lot of repaint, but it was a great homage to the old G.I. Joe of yesteryear, while updating that modern soldier feel to it. So I went 4 out of 5 whiskeys on that joint, but go check out that review. Top 3 time, and it's recency bias all over, because these are the 3 newest figures I picked up courtesy of Big Bad Toy Store with the pile of loot, and then also Ringside Collectibles. But right here, we got Jada Toys Mega Man. I sucked at Mega Man games on Nintendo, so you just gotta know that this figure is good if it's making my top 3 this month. I did just pick it up, so it's gonna count on this list whether you like it or not. But I'm really digging the shiny gloss on the blue compared to the paler sky blue that we got on the torso and the legs. So really cool, and he's got this different accessory. This is his more menacing look that's on the box. Of course, you pop that off. I got a little joint there, very similar to what we have with SH Fig Arts and the Tamashi Nations. And then you got his chill look right there. He's happy. He's got a few hands. So he's got the 2 punchies and 2 open hands. So really cool. What's crazy is this little guy has some pretty sick articulation. You can do all kind of poses despite how smaller. So I just had no idea this figure would be this fun to pose. Got wrist swivels and everything. So yeah, of course you don't got double or anything like that, but just crazy. Look at the neck crank. And then, yeah, it pops off. Like I said, it's got that SH Fig Arts where it's going to be a little sensitive, but still just the combinations of posing. It's just a super fun little figure, and I was never a super Mega Man a guy might have used them a couple times in Smash. Of course, you get this acrylic stand with the Fire Blast. So just a lot of fun. I'm going to go 4.25 4.5 for Mega Man. So how about that Cosmic Power Siphon Harness, hey? Yeah, it's Mesco Toys 112. Dr. Doom at number 2. Wasn't a tough choice. Almost landed at the number 1 spot. And I had to show the craziest accessory right from the gate because it does that. It lights up, you know? Makes that 130, 50, whatever it was, cash a little more worth it than it is. This Doom is awesome. But the first thing that really hit me was just how heavy this boy is. He's a mix of die cast and plastic. It's nuts. Love the soft goods much better than I thought I would. And he just feels metal. That's the coolest thing. The hood even articulates, which is big because, you know, it could be, it's so, hoods are so wonky, but you could pose this hood on the cape any way you want. It's really cool. You could have it caught up in the wind there. And then, yeah, the face masks are removable, and you get yourself a Victor Von Doom. It's a pretty fair sculpt, not too bad. The one major problem is, though, you don't get the full head of hair Secret Wars Victor Von Doom, but you get some acne. But no, it's a really cool touch. And so Victor's got multiple face masks. Of course, this is the classic. Pop that off. Throw this one on. This is more of the modern era, so that's real dope, real clean. And then we've got one more classic one with more of a grimace, a wider mouth. And if these snap on really easily, and then we'll throw the hood on them. Yeah, and then you can kind of get that classic look, pushing the sides down and everything. So really cool. You can kind of just do whatever you want. So as far as the cape, there's no wire at the bottom. Some folks had a problem with it, so it kind of just flows. But this has a wire in it, so you could still pose the cape. It's much nicer than, like, say, the 89 Batman. And in addition to the siphon harness, he's got a jetpack there, so that's what was clinging on. And, of course, these come right off. And he comes originally with these plates on, but either way, I don't mind just the way with the hole there, but if you want to hide it with the plate, that's cool. Probably most of the time you're not going to see it with this cape on anyway. As you can see, it's a really nice fabric, and it's just cool. And then this has a magnetic rail chain. That's how you take the cape off, really easy. The functionality on this thing is so much better than Snake Eyes. It's crazy. Yeah, what a difference the two Mezcos make. As you can see right there, Doom has a different belt with a holster that includes a blaster, and then he's got his Palpatine hands. There's 2 sets of these. I'm trying to show you guys one of everything. There's 2 sets of just about every hand. And then he's also got that magical book hand where the acrylic stand holds on to it. It's pretty cool. And that kind of shifts around, and you can kind of swivel the novel there. I'm not sure if this thing even opens. It looks like it does. There it does. Cool. I was a little nervous I'd crack it, but yeah, it's got a lot of mumbo jumbo ciphering there that only Doctor Strange could understand. So, but yeah, that's really cool. Full-fledged book. Too bad we can't read it because we're not Victor, but really neat there. Clicks open. And yeah, that's the one thing about this figure. While the functionality is better, hands just keep falling constantly. Blast effects and hands are just a whole mess on this guy. Here's a quick look at some of the additional hands. He does have his NWO hands, and he's also got his Von Erich claw hands. He's got his Rock Shut Your Mouth hands, and he's got his You the One Bloodline hands. Man, this is a WWE figure's dream. And just to save a few moments, we've got the Electroshock Blast, Electric Flash, and Energy Blast, different effects that come with their long rocket thruster effects. But overall, guys, I just really love this Doctor Doom. I just wish it had the full Victor face sculpt, a little better hand management, and some wiring on the cape. But it's damn close to perfection. I'm going to go 4.75 out of 5, but it is a classic Mezco figure, and I'm super thrilled with how he came out. It just feels great, looks great. He's the essential Doctor Doom. And the number one action figure for the month of February in 2024 is another WWE figure. This time it's an Ultimate Edition. Ain't nobody ready for Ashka, the Empress of Tomorrow. This figure is an absolute work of art. Shout out to designer Bill McKenna and global brand manager Steve Ozer. Look at this thing. I'm so glad they got this off the ground. There's 9 million gazillion paint apps on this thing. I mean, all the way around. It's just, let's just get it out of the way. This is arguably, no, not arguably, this is the greatest female wrestling figure of all time in the WWE Mattel line. It's that damn good. It's not even perfect. That's the crazy thing. It's by far the best, and that's why it has to be number one. And there's still some things I have quirks about, but whatever. Look, because it's got the same two sculpts, and Ashka's looking magnificent, and her clown Joker getup. And usually the Ultimate Edition figures have more than a few sculpts. This one just has two because you get the mask. And then if you notice, the two aren't all that different, but one has the mist. And she doesn't come with a mist effect. So that could have been something. But, I mean, the mask is just insane. The amount of love and care that went into this figure and the detail. Let's just get it out of the way. It is the robe, the soft goods, just like our guy Seth Rollins, who was one of my favorite figures of last year, another perfect 5. But this robe is even better, which is crazy. It's got a lot of the same faux fur. There's Seth. But yeah, just sick. And they took it to another notch with this one. Even more fur, just the different flaps that run down, just all the different kabuki designs, if you will. Just the whole kimono look, just freaking fantastic. And I'm loving the deco across the board. I really just wish I got this last month and did a full review. But you guys won't watch my WWE stuff. Come on. It's got to be like Marvel or Joe, whatever. But hey, look. This thing, whether you like wrestling or not, you got to appreciate the love and care that went into this Ashka figure. And it's crazy because that's it. I mean, she doesn't come with a whole lot for an Ultimate Edition, but she doesn't need to. That's the thing. It's just so good. Ashka's good. Double pinless elbows, which is just fantastic. I think Bianca Belair Ultimate had those as well. And she's got butterfly joints, which is just crazy. All the detail, all the way around. It's just awesome. And the spandex, knee pads, the cool boots. Awesome detail there. And it's just awesome. Playability, the posability, the flexibility, everything there. It's just perfect. Just perfect, perfect, perfect. And even the freaking belt has articulation on it, kind of like Ultimate Warrior with those forearm ties, or Jeff Hardy belt or something like that. So real dope. So just missing a mist effect probably, or maybe an unpainted face. That would have been cool, even though this is obviously clearly based on her look with the face paint. But either way, I'm still giving it a 5 out of 5 because this damn robe is 5 out of is like 20 out of 5. It's just so well done. Hey, when you got Barbie over there at Mattel, you got a lot of materials to use and a lot of influence. So what'd you guys think? Do you dig the monthly rankings of all the stuff I picked up and faved? I don't get to review every single figure I get to pick up, but this gives me a chance to talk about it. And I love doing it. Let me know in the comments. Please like, and if you're new to the channel, please subscribe. Every Wednesday we go on at 7 p.m. Pacific time, a Toy Kind of Mood live, 10 o'clock Eastern, 9 Central. And sometimes we do Thursday. We did one last Thursday. And I'll be on Toy Domination as a guest today. Today, that's right, this afternoon at 5 p.m. Pacific Time, 8 p.m. Eastern, talking G.I. Joe Classified. Once again, it's Travis Moody. Thanks for checking out the video, and we'll catch you in the toy aisle. Later, Gators.